Hey guys. Yeah, Eric
like
and
hey guys.
Tom. Every time, man. Hey guys.
What's happening?
It's like our intro now, you know? We're back with another battle report, changing up a little bit.
Yeah.
So we've got, we're going to do 2,300 points again, like we've done for the last, I don't know.
Last battle report and this one.
Yeah, we've done for the last couple of them. So
23. Masters have played at 23, so we'll stick with 23.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know.
That's fine. For right now.
Something else. 22-20 is weird.
It is really weird.
It's a weird point total.
It is weird, and I think with some of the changes to the rules, I think at 2,300 just feels like you can take a lot of the cool stuff.
Yeah.
You know, 22-20, I know it's only 80 points, but you kind of feel like, well, I need this, I need that, but I want to take this, but I can't.
Right.
2,300, it's like, well, I need this. Oh, cool. Well, now I can take this, and this.
Yeah.
So
opens it up for you.
Yeah, it's super
like it.
helpful. So I'm going to be playing the elves, bringing the elves back. They
Shockingly.
Yeah.
I thought for sure the orcs.
Right.
I built my list against the orcs, so we'll see how it goes.
And then you are going to play the Abyssal Dwarfs.
Abyssal Dwarfs.
So
I've been missing them.
Abyssal Dwarves again. Last time it was the Dwarves.
Dwarves.
This time we got the evil stunties. So
that's me, the giant tall guy playing either dwarves or Abyssal Dwarves.
And then I'm playing the elves. I'm the short guy.
Yeah.
You know, the elves are usually really tall. You gotta love the irony. You know. So yeah, 2,300 points. You know, this list that I did is a hodgepodge list. It's a little bit of the Grant Alexander list, and then a little bit of just what I had.
Nice.
Now, later on, I'm going to be dropping the Horde of Archers for a Legion of Chariots.
Of Legion?
That's a Legion of Chariots.
It's like this
It
big.
is huge. I bought the movement tray from Ironheart Artisans.
Yeah.
And it is big. But I want to give it a try because I really think Chariots have, in this edition, I think Chariots are have been like almost empowered again.
Yeah.
Because Phalanx doesn't really mess with them.
No, not at all.
Yeah, Phalanx doesn't mess with them. Other than the Thunderous, because obviously Phalanx still messes with Thunderous, but it doesn't give them a -1 because they're not technically cavalry. So
Thunderous?
So Phalanx still messes with Thunderous, but it doesn't. It takes one away. So there's still Thunderous 2. So it takes one of the Thunderous away, and then but they don't hit on a -1.
Nice.
So and then also with the Chariots, they're one of the last things. Thanks a lot, guys. They're one of the last things in the Elf army that is still steady aim.
Yeah. They can move, shoot,
I think they're steady.
combat.
Yeah.
They're nasty.
Right.
They do it all.
And so
Swiss Army knife.
they're nice. Their footprint is insanely huge, but I want to give it a try.
Table.
but I mean, when you put that down on the board, like people have to deal with it.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And so I think it'll draw some heat away from the palace guards and from the tall spears and everything else that I have, and people are gonna like focus on killing.
Heck yeah.
The war chariots.
Legion. What's that point?
It is 245.
That's not bad.
No, it's not bad at all.
It's not bad.
Throw
so
a little.
Drop the archers.
Drop the archers, and then the Glade Stalkers will end up being 2 regiments of regular archers.
Okay.
No Glade Stalkers, and then I also dropped some of the war gear off of the mages.
War gear. Captain War Gear.
Always.
Captain War Gear.
Oh, these mages, I think I give them almost everything they could have. And I know it's going against our concept of only use what you're going to need, right?
Yeah.
But I figured, you know what? I get to re-roll Lightning Bolt.
Yeah.
So why not? At least for a game, give it a try. See how. So each of the Archmages have Lightning Bolt 5.
That's pretty good.
10 shots of Lightning Bolt I get to re-roll.
Heck yeah.
To hit. So
Reroll to hit.
Yeah.
Oh, because elite.
Because elite.
Okay.
Because elite applies because they're a little special.
Hit. I was like, ooh, that's a little scary.
Reroll ones to hit. Sorry. Let me rephrase that. For people who don't know,
like, what's
it's
going on
reroll
here?
ones to hit. Sorry. Yeah, you looked at me and been like, what is wrong with you? Why haven't you been using that at all?
What is this? What is this nonsense?
What is this nonsense? But it's reroll ones to hit.
Much better.
Yeah, sorry.
I was like, real everything? What?
Yeah, that would
Why
be
do you
nuts.
both dead?
Well, I do have tech list there, so I mean, I guess that would
You
kind
could
of,
probably do it.
you know, because tech list used to just blow up everything and all that kind of stuff. So we have a pretty even board set up. We'll go over that when we go through
We're
this
supposed to be
terrain.
talking balls, but we said no. Talking balls.
We're not doing that. So, and that's from Epic Dwarf, right?
Epic Dwarf.
So Epic Dwarf, for those of you that have played it, you know the setup where it's the cock and balls looking one. We saw that. We were like,
no, we're not playing.
No,
It's like two forests,
two forests, and
two
then
hills,
2 hills,
and then like a lake or something. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty funny stuff.
So for those of you viewers that are watching that are under the age of 13,
Sorry about that.
sorry. Don't ask your parents what that means. But anyway, for everybody else, you get the concept. It's weird though because it bunches all the terrain in the middle, and then so like the outer edges are pretty much
It was
free.
a weird terrain setup.
Super weird terrain. So yeah, we went ahead and just kind of.
Random generated again.
Yeah, this one's a lot better. You know, we got hills in both sides in the middle.
Yeah.
Forest on either side. You know, impassable, impassable.
Much more balanced.
Yeah, much more balanced. So this will be a lot more balanced of a board. So at least then we can focus on our tactics. We have to focus on
The cock balls.
we're not
Good balls.
We're not even focusing on that at all. No, that's not going to happen. Yeah. So the herd won at Masters.
That's awesome.
Kinda,
super
kind
shocked.
of interesting.
That's great. It shows that to play an army a lot, like you learn your army. So I mean, it's not. I mean, play your army. Like get the hang of it.
Yeah, it's not the Games Workshop. Hey, this is the newest army that's been released. This is the
if you
power
play a
army.
bunch and you get the hang of it and you get it down, you can actually win within your army out there.
Yeah. That speaks to the fairness and the overall the strength of the rule set too.
Yeah.
You know, every army has several niches it can
Master
play.
your army.
Master
Learn
your army. Yeah.
Don't just be like, oh, I gotta go to the next army like Games Workshop, where you're like, oh, I gotta have the new army coming out.
Right.
Play your army.
I like that. You don't have the army creep like you do in Games Workshop, where it's hey, I played Bretonians. Well, guess what? I haven't had an update this decade, so
oh, my army's garbage.
Yeah, exactly. I guess
apparently everybody's like, Herd's garbage. Herd's terrible.
Yep.
They lost the Stampede. They're terrible. Apparently not. Apparently they won Masters. So
that's pretty good. That's
in your face.
That's pretty good.
In your face.
I'm not gonna lie. I looked at the herd and I was like, I don't see it. But there again,
I saw his list and I was like, yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean,
pretty solid list.
I mean, that's one of the nice things about this game. And I remember when we would sit down to make army lists for 40K or for and 40K. I mean, especially towards the end of 5th edition that we were playing, it was pretty standard. You knew what you were going to take. You knew what you weren't going to take. You could look at something and automatically go, "That's crap. I'm never going to take that.
Yeah,
I'm going to take this. I'm going to take this. I'm going to take this." And everybody knew what you were going to take.
Yeah.
You know,
you're like, I'm playing Space Wolves. I know what army you're going to play.
Oh, drop
3
pods.
Thunderwolf Cab. Drop pod and stuff. So it's like, that's what you're playing.
I played Grey Knights, and so everybody knew what I was going to do.
We played them a little different because
we did. Yeah,
that's how we do it.
Yeah, we did.
We have our own little different meta.
We did. And then you played Blood Angels. And so anyway, we did things way differently there, but it was hard though. It was still a little bit of a challenge because we did go against the norm. In those, and so and then Warhammer Fantasy Battles, like you could play the army like 2 or 3 ways, and that was it. Like when I played Vampire Counts, we would talk about it, and you were like, "Well, you can do this, or you can do this."
Yeah. As soon as you say you're playing this army, it's like this is what you're gonna do. Mm-hmm. You know what's gonna happen. So.
Right. With Kings of War, though, I mean, you can really take anything, and make it
perfect your army.
Yeah, I mean, that's the nice thing about it. No, don't get me wrong. When you look at an army like the Elves, and you look at a unit like, Palace Guard, and you're like, a horde of dudes that hit on 3s, rerolling 1s,
but if you
and they're crushing stake 1.
Your army's garbage.
Exactly, because they don't have the flexibility, right? Yeah. They don't have the flexibility to deal with every situation.
It's all about the balance.
Yeah, which is super nice. So yeah, I mean that's crazy. The herd won, and I did not think that was going to happen.
Good job,
good for them.
Guy.
Yeah, good job.
I forget his name, but good job, that guy.
Those of you that are new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah,
please,
for sure. Somewhere down here.
Yeah,
somewhere down here. Like, comment, subscribe. That's how it goes.
But with that, we're going to get deployed. Well, you guys are watching us. getting deployed right now. We should be getting done being deployed, but and then we're gonna get on with the game. We don't know what the scenario is, but we'll talk about it during scenario section. So, all right, we're gonna go with the game. So, what do we got, Tom?
We got the winged overmaster with the bladed slashing. I like this model.
Oh yeah, that model's
baby dragon.
that model is
It's a real
awesome.
dragon. It's a flying cap. 2 regiments of half-breeds. One of them with Brew of Haste.
Okay.
Regiment of half-breeds. Nothing on it. We got, I think it's a horde of obsidian golems. We got a little BSB back here, Slave Master with loot.
Hiding in the back there.
Yep. We got 2 hordes of decimators. One with Dragon Shard Shield and Blessing of the Gods.
Okay.
We have a regiment of Abyssal Half-Breeds with Mead of Madness. And the other
Nice.
Twin Dragon.
Nice. So 2,300 points. You covered the
As
table.
always. Yeah.
You got your
You
speed.
won 2 dragons. That's pretty good.
You got your speed on the flank. That actually is really good. You got your speed on the flanks. You do also have some speed in the center, though, which is good.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, and then you got your rock solid shooting in the center there that is going to be hugging the terrain, which is fine because I'm going to be doing the same thing. You've got your obsidian golems, which are meant to just get into stuff and just tie them up and
They're nasty.
call it a day.
I don't like those guys.
Those guys are bastards.
You'll see more of these in the future.
We'll see more of those obsidian golems.
More obsidian golems.
Yeah, man, I think the terrain itself
Sucks.
it's going to be interesting, but we'll go over that in just a sec. All right, for the elves, we have a horde of archers with Mace of Crushing. Behind them, we have a regiment of Stormwind Cav. Next to them, we have a king. Yes, sorry guys, the model is unpainted. I forgot my elven kings at home, so luckily I have a little box of backups, and that's one of my backups. So, but he's got Shardblade, Sabertooth Hunting Cat, and he has Blade of the Beast Slayer. So he is really meant to take out bigger dudes.
Duelist.
What's that?
Duelist.
Yeah, duelist. Yeah. And then I've got 2 bolt throwers in the front there. I have Techless. I wish, but no, it's just an archmage with lightning bolts. God, he's got everything. Lightning bolt, Shroud, or not Shroud the Saint. That's the other guy. Lightning bolt, Inspiring Talisman, Bane Chant, Heal. Yeah, dude's got everything.
What not to do.
Right.
What not to do.
What not to do. Then right next to him, I have a horde. Excuse me, I have a horde of Palace Guard with, I believe that's Chant of Hate. Yeah, that's Chant of Hate. So they are elite and vicious. Then right in front of or I guess behind the forest, is my Glade Stalkers with Fire Oil. So they're gonna run into the forest, obviously, which I'll do here before we get going. But and then my other Archmage with Shroud of the Saint, and then over here, holding down my right flank, I've got a horde of Tall Spears with Brew of Strength, another horde of Palace Guard with Chalice of Wrath, and then another king. Sorry guys, again, it's gonna be my stand-in king.
Check out the pink dice.
Check out my hot pink dice. Yep, my hot pink dice. Anyway, I do not quite extend the whole board, but I have a lot of impassable, or not impassable, but blocking terrain on this side. So it would kind of limit me if I really wanted to.
That's kind of straight. We're both kind of straight.
Yeah, we were both kind of dealing with some of the issues there. But mine, I did, a lot of my shooting there in the center, kind of like you. And then my speed I actually have behind my line because you have dragons. And so I got to be able to at least match some of the movement there with the dragons. And then, just kind of doing whatever with the elves. Can't really do the same thing as far as putting speed on the flanks and trying to move in the center. It didn't quite work the same. So as far as terrain goes, we have a piece of blocking. We have a height 3 hill, right?
3 hill.
Cool. We've got 2 forests. And then we have an obstacle right there. And then there is also an obstacle right here in front of one of your decimator hordes. And then we have another piece of blocking. We have 2 pieces of blocking over there, and then a height 2 hill. So Yeah, the terrain is not really, it's not really great for this game.
Really
And
push to the center, and I like to really get the flanks going. So it's still actually helping because there's the walking over there. So actually work over there. Yeah, I really like to push flanks.
yeah, you're definitely gonna try and push those flanks, and you kind of have to against because the elves are a little bit faster. So
these guys up.
yeah, right.
Really push the flanks.
Really push them.
Guys should be over there.
Yeah.
Interesting planet. Yeah, terrain changes your planet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The terrain definitely does, and the scenario does too.
Yeah.
The scenario is Invade, guys. So it's one of the original ones. You got
Sorry about
to,
that.
you got to get over the table half of the of your opponent's table half, and you got to have, I think it's the majority of your unit over that in order to count, and whichever side has the most unit strength on the table half of the other of your opponent wins. So if I have more unit strength on Tom's side, then I win.
Yep.
Right, and
50% line.
exactly. So again, guys, this is table half. So not deployment zone, but table half. So as long as I get across the 24-inch line there with most of my stuff more than Tom's, then we're good. Same thing with Tom. Yeah, there you go. We'll put that little marker there in the middle. That'll kind of show the 24-inch line there. So whoever gets more stuff over wins, and or more unit strength, I should say. Unfortunately, Juice.
Basic. I like it.
You know what? I do too.
Self-explanatory.
And you know, of course, then you have people like Juicy who thinks it's deployment or
Who?
Juicy.
Who?
Yeah, right.
Who?
That other guy that's on the channel every once in a while. Yeah, I know. He comes over here once a year.
Yeah. My yearly juicy video.
I'm trying to remember. He screwed it up because he thought you had to get into his table deployment zone, I think, right? Yeah, so he totally screwed the pooch the last time he played this one. It was actually pretty funny. Because he had like this great strategy. He was like, yeah, I'm going to stop him right here. And I remember like turn 4, I'm like, dude, you do realize that you have to get on his table half, right? And he's like, what? I'm like, yeah, dude, table half, not deployment zone. And he's like, damn it. Yeah, it was pretty funny.
I remember that.
But anyway, we're going to get going on with turn 1. It's going to be... we don't know who's going to take turn 1 first, but it's going to be shooting either way. So, all right, we're going to get started. Yeah, right. All right, end of turn 1. And yes, guys, I have new hot pink dice.
Look at them.
But before we go into that, well, actually, I'll talk about it right now. These were actually chosen or picked out by my 5-year-old daughter, so she said that they would roll well, and the lady at the gaming store said they would too. So we'll see how they do. I elected.
Not bad.
Yeah, so far not bad at all. I mean, I was only able to shoot with my bolt throwers. They were the only things in range, mostly because I made a mistake. So this is a good lesson for everybody out there who's watching this. Know your army, even when you're using new units, and also know your opponent's army. And I should know these guys better. But for whatever reason, I have Glade Stalkers right here in the middle, okay? And they were back. I was going to scout them up, but then I was worried because I'm like, man, I don't want to get shot with 50 shots from the Decimators. Forgot that the Decimators only have a 12-inch range with a 4-inch move, so a max of 16 inches, right? So I totally could have moved them up there, and I could have had a round of shooting right there. 10 dice, whatever. Maybe 2 or 3 wounds. Who knows?
That's 4, so you might have got a couple.
Right. So that was bad on my part. Now, in a casual game like what we're playing, what is it going to matter? But if you're playing a tournament, make sure that you not only know... Now, granted, of course, if we're playing a tournament, we're going to be playing the same army pretty much every game. So you're going to learn the ins and outs of your army. But also, make sure that you're taking the time to learn your opponent's armies, even if it's not armies you normally play. Because Decimators are nasty, but they only have a certain range. Yeah, so... Make sure you guys are remembering that. But anyway, the rest of turn 1, I shot with the bolt throwers. I think I ended up doing 3 wounds on the obsidian golems. Yeah. So obviously my bolt throwers are the only thing in my army practically that have piercing. So I need to put wounds on the golems before they get to me because they're golems, for crying out loud. If they run into one of my units, except for maybe my palace guard, like that's it for that unit because you're just going to stay there all day long. You're going to grind. It's going to be nasty. So I want to make sure I'm taking out those guys. And then you did the perfect, thing when you have dragons. You're moving up their speed on the flanks, and then you're not moving as fast on this one, but that's because I have a horde of tall spears with phalanx, which yeah, exactly. And then I do have an individual here that may make it a little bit challenging for your dragon. And then I also have a horde of palace guard right here. So I have a lot on this side. So you're respecting that because obviously you're like, oh man, if I don't do something right.
Regiment and dragon versus 2 hordes.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Plus good character.
Yeah, that's nasty. And then over here, I mean, you're doing an awesome job moving your stuff up, and kind of trying to push this flank. Because if you do, that's a lot of juicy stuff right there to take out. So hopefully I'm able to take some things out next turn. We'll see. At least do some wounds. But we're going to go on to turn 2. Okay, end of turn 2. And even though I poked some wounds in you, Tom got first blood with killing my Glade Stalkers.
Yep, off.
But that is what?
Firing squad.
50 shots. Needing
the forest, needing 5s.
Needing 5s. And then piercing 1, which obviously they're only defense 3. Yeah. So it's anything buts. So I knew that was going to happen. I mean, we all kind of figured that was going to happen. But it did happen, sadly. And which, again, that's really the only part of my line that I'm missing right now. I kind of figured they'd die eventually. So I shot at your Abyssals here, and you guys can still see them on the board because my archers with 20 shots, I think I did a wound or 2.
Yeah.
My bolt throwers did 2 wounds, and then my mage actually did 1. So altogether, I think I put 7 wounds or 6 wounds on you, and you regened 1 or 2 of them back. Yeah. So to put a little bit of wounds on you, but not as much as I would have hoped, because I still have all of this bearing down on me, which is not good. You kind of moved your dragons over. Now, can you see me or no? Is this blocking still? It's blocking you, right? Okay, so it's blocking your line of sight, which is good. But you can still obviously move over me, and then you'd have to reposition, and there's a whole bunch of stuff here that I'm sure you would love to just pick and choose whatever you want to hit. And then over here, I gotta say, so am I in range to you?
You are.
Okay, so now, of course, everybody, well, only one other person besides me has played you out there in YouTube land, other than the people that played you at Adepticon, but
this is a slip up by me. I can still counter it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know you don't normally slip up.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if it's a trap, right? And I'm like,
it's a little trappy.
I'm like, man,
it's a little trappy.
How is this? Because if I charge in and I take them out, I got 2 hordes sitting there. You can jump over. Yeah. Right. And then you're gonna just hose whatever is there with your other shooting. So, what do I want to do there? That kind of creates a conundrum, a big conundrum. What the hell do I want to do? Do I want to really start committing my line and taking out a unit of cav, which has 2 wounds?
What happened here was I slipped up and moved too far forward. You can charge, but I can actually counter it.
Right.
Well. So,
you're going to be able to counter it with, you got your dragon. Yeah. You're going to shoot the hell out of whatever it is by turning.
I want to do that.
Right, exactly. I guess I have to figure out, is it worth the risk? Yeah. Because your cav is what, 100 and
straight 200.
Oh, it's straight 200? Okay. This is a 260 point unit. This is a 280 point unit for a 200 point unit. Now, it is a cav unit. It is really speedy. It would be nice to get up on your flank like that and turn, make you have to turn your stuff. But I don't know if it's going to be enough. All right, we're going to go into turn 3, and we'll see if it's enough.
2, 4, 6, 8, 9.
That's not going to do it. Really? Insane courage on my archers. They're like, fuck you, we ain't going anywhere.
Archers.
So end of turn 3. Yeah, we're in it now, guys. You double charged my archers, and
4 gaming style.
You did 16 wounds, and then in 4-up gaming style, you rolled double ones. So yeah, they have insane courage. They're good. You jumped over, with your dragon, so you're going to cause a little dragon problems there. I played some kind of, I was having to move stuff back and forth to make sure that my other Palace Guard unit was good.
Yeah.
I did shoot off your other unit there. Finally, actually did really good on the shooting there.
Oh yeah.
That archers fucking killed it and then killed it twice. And then I had to, guys. I know you guys are probably going to say that was dumb. You shouldn't have charged the Abyssal Horsemen. But, I wanted to charge them, and I thought that I could reposition out of that flank, but it just wasn't there. Yeah. So, anyway, he was able to flank me with his dudes. You almost didn't do very well. Your first round, like 4 wounds.
Hits,
you did 4 wounds that first group.
4 or 5 hits.
And so I was like, all right, cool. And then the second time you did much better.
The guy came in with 7 or 8 wounds.
8 wounds. Yeah. I think he only missed 1 hit, and that was it. So, and then you wounded very well with the dragon. Take out the Palace Guard. You did 21 wounds, by the way, in case you were wondering. So, 21 wounds, which is pretty good considering you needed 4s and 4s on 50 attacks. And you only got 4 wounds the first group. Yeah. So then the second group you did much better and took them out. So, I couldn't let you, like I had to hit you.
You were in pickle.
Yeah, I kind of had to hit you there. So yeah, this is what we got up here next. It would be nice to be able to flank you there, but obviously I can't see you through the forest. So this is what we got now, guys. It's going into turn 4, and you are definitely on my board half. So now I gotta.
It's hard for you to get this way.
Yeah, I gotta hope that I can literally kill you off this board. Otherwise, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So. It's going to be interesting. I don't know. I would like to be able to flank and take out your horsemen, but then I'm going to get steamrolled by your golems. So you've got a nice little trap here.
Up, though, which is nice.
Yeah, I had to split you up.
Yeah,
I had to split you up.
Front and full flank.
So
you have to deal with.
Exactly. So I've got to see kind of how. Obviously, I can get a nice little charge here, but all it does is it gets rid of your fly. And then he is mighty, but that doesn't matter because you're just going to go away from it. Yeah. Well, not fly, but you'll move.
Away.
So, so we'll have to see kind of what we do from here going into turn 4. Okay, end of turn 4. Guys, I hope you are watching this. I know I say that every time, but this is a super good game.
Heck yeah.
Let's see. So I pulled some janky shenanigans. I moved my one war machine over a little bit. Bolt thrower block, and I blocked so he couldn't charge. I left a gap not big enough so he could charge through, and I still covered my dudes, I still covered everything so he couldn't rear charge me after I reformed with my Palace Guard. So I flanked your unit of Abyssal Horsemen with my Palace Guard. My Palace Guard killed them, and then I knew I was going to go forward, so I blocked with my Bolt Thrower so you could not rear or flank. That, I pulled that out of my ass, and it worked, except if I would have rolled Insane Courage and I would have been stuck, then I would have been screwed. So I was able to reform, though, so he was able to hit me dead on. My archers!
Damn, archers!
My archers! You rolled insane when you tried to kill them last turn, and they came back. This turn, I Bane chanted them. They came back and did, 7 wounds or something stupid? 10? Yeah. Just did really, really well and killed the Abyssal Horsemen. They are like, F you, we know we're archers, but we're going to take it down.
You're killing me.
The archers just did their job, and they're up to 16 wounds, guys. 16 wounds.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
You're one back. So that's you.
Oh, yeah, for your regen? Yeah. He was doing his regen roll on this dude. I also charged charged you in the rear. Only did a couple wounds on you, but it disordered you. Yep. Kept you so you couldn't fly away. Yep. And then you ended up turning facing. Yeah, it ended up turning and facing, and And then on this side of the board, it's like a tale of two halves. This side over here, I charged in, did a respectable amount of wounds on you, but I knew it wasn't going to be enough. Yeah. You brought your dude in, even though they have phalanx. It wasn't enough. You'd already done 8 wounds on them before, so they were already up some wounds, and you were able to take out my tall spears with a double charge there. And then I blocked you so you couldn't flank.
Wavered him.
Yeah, and then you wavered my dude. Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
Those guys.
So they're still kind of locked, I guess, right there. They're going to have to take him out before they can do anything else, which is hopefully going to give me enough time. Hopefully I can take out your obsidian golems. Hopefully I can take out your dragon, and then I can start moving stuff forward, because I have to start moving forward, because this is just not good. So my little mage here, I got to figure out what I'm going to do with him. Do I want to lightning bolt you? Right? Or do I want to get him the hell out of here, maybe do some heal?
Yeah.
I don't know. We're going to have to... you're going to have to wait and see. We're going on to turn 5. Oh, God. I've only got 2 turns of movement. Oh, I better get going.
Yeah,
I'm going
that line right there.
I got to cross that line there with some stuff. So hopefully I can do that and get going. So, all right, we're going to go on to turn 5. All right, guys, end of turn 5. We're getting pretty down to the yeah. So I wavered your dragon down here, and I also, you flew your dude over. I shot you a little bit with lightning bolt. Got you the first time, but not the second time. That was, I think I rolled like an 11 on the nerve. Would have wiped him off with some lightning bolt, but that didn't happen. I killed your obsidian golems, and that's where we're at now. So I have to find a way to get my units over there. If it stops turn 6, right now you have majority, you have these 2. So you have 2 unit strength right now in my board half.
You have 0.
And I have 0 in yours, yeah. So this becomes a problem right here. Hopefully I can shoot them off. If I charge in, I don't know, I think I have the charge. If I charge in there and don't kill them, then I'm stuck, and I think I'll still be a majority in your half. But is that going to be enough? Because all you're going to be able to do if I don't kill them somehow is you can just shimmy them over, and then you're going to have the majority over here. So I got to find a way to somehow do what I'm going to do and still manage to get. And I don't think I can't disengage and turn them. I don't think I have enough with my calf. And even then, I can only go 9 inches, which isn't going to get me there. So I almost need this to go to turn 7 in order for me to win. Otherwise, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. So let's go ahead and see what happens, guys. Going into turn 6, this has been one heck of a nail-biting game. It's been back and forth. And still, the best play of the game was the insane courage roll on my archers. I'm not going to lie, man. That is what's keeping me in the game right now. So we're going to go ahead and go on to turn 6. I don't even know what to say right now. This is end of turn 6. And I was unable to lightning bolt your decimators off the board.
So close too. I think I had to re-roll.
Yeah, dude, it was done. You got my Palace Guard off. You did like 12 wounds, I think, from shooting on top of the 8 wounds they already had, which was awesome. You got them off the board. You flanked my other horde there, got them off the board.
Use my dragon shard.
You gonna use your dragon shard? Fair enough. Use your dragon shard. And yeah, so literally this is what we have on the board, guys. Tom has 3 models on the board and may very well still win this game. Think about that for a second, all right? Of course, I'm not very far behind him. I just have a bunch of individuals. I only have 1 scoring unit on the board.
I know, 1 scoring unit.
So, yeah, what the heck are we going to do? And mine is all the way back here. Yeah. So, whoo, boy. Yeah, man, I don't know. And, of course, Tom rolled a 6, so we're definitely going to turn 7.
Of course.
I kind of felt a couple turns ago it was going to be a draw, and we're just going to wrap this game up real quick, and we'll go into the post-game here in just a second. We'll get this done. Well, guys, I hope you stayed till the end.
Yeah, it was close. It came down to that last dice roll. The very last dice roll.
So Tom had 1 unit on the board left, and I did too, actually. We both had 1 unit on the board left that had unit strength.
Yeah.
The one
This
was
lightning bolt, the lucky lightning bolt popped the decimators.
So it was going to be a victory for Tom. I shot his decimators, and you popped the dragon shard shield.
I know, I tried everything I could.
And I did one wound, and then was able to rout them.
Yeah. You rolled like a 10-10, I think.
Yeah, it
or
was
10-9, something like that.
And then I knew it was going to be a difficult task, but I tried to get in and finish off your dragon. And then that would deny you any of it.
It would have been draw.
It would have been draw. And unfortunately, I did a respectable amount of wounds.
I think you did like 10 wounds.
Yeah, so I did pretty good.
Yeah.
But was not enough to take him off the board.
Roll a 6, I think. I think
it's
the 2 dice right there.
I got you wavered, that's right.
Wavered. Yeah.
So I did 11
wounds.
wounds, and then I rolled a 6, so he was wavered.
Yep. Wavered still counts as a scoring unit.
Yep. And so Tom won 1-0 when it comes to unit scoring because I literally had nothing on his side of the board with any unit strength. I probably should have turned the turn before. I should have turned with the cav and started moving. So that way I could have just ran over with the cav because I think cav are 3. I think a regiment of cav is unit strength 3. Would that have helped? I don't know. Maybe. I probably should have done that, but I wanted to kill that other dragon. So, and sometimes when you see red, it's just like, oh. But this was one hell of a
bloodbath.
Game, though,
There's only like 2 units on the table, honestly.
Yeah, I mean,
we got a couple of individuals.
We got some individuals here and stuff, but other than that, So good job, man. That was good. Fun. That came down to turn 7. To literally the last round of combat, and I thought it was gonna be a draw, but good job, man. That was a hard-fought game.
Oh yeah, everything died.
Everything died.
Here's my death pile.
Yeah,
my whole army.
Everything over.
I got a little dragon out there still.
Yeah. So
that's all it takes to win a game.
I've got some bolt throwers left. I've got my 2 mages are still left, and I got one of my kings.
Yeah.
And just an all-out good game.
It was fun.
Man, I should have, like I said, probably disengaged, moved.
The blocking of
the
bolt thrower blocked my dragon from getting that flank. That was a huge play.
That was huge. That and your insane courage roll on
the archers. Come on.
That was awesome.
That was a game changer right there.
That was awesome. Yeah, if that wouldn't have happened,
I would have rolled through them.
Yeah, this game would have been over 3 turns ago. But you didn't.
And then he flanked me, and I just died.
It just fell
right
apart, man.
16 wounds on archers. Come on. Insane courage.
And then I was able to smash into your other unit decimators too with my palace guard.
Oh yeah.
Wiped him off the board. I think I did like 17 wounds.
Something crazy.
17 wounds, guys.
Yeah, this pink dice are working for him.
The hot pink dice are working.
Gotta thank your kid. Thanks for the pink dice.
And you know what? If I'm gonna lose a game, I'm okay with losing the game when it comes down to the last roll of the last turn.
Yeah. Turn 7. Went all the way to the end.
I'm okay with losing it that way. And it wasn't like it was a resounding, oh my god, I got massacred. It literally came down to the last turn.
Oh yeah.
So that was good, man. That was a good game. And then for this, hodgepodge elf list that I threw together, it was actually pretty good. I was surprised with the archers, man. I was surprised.
Those archers held up.
And then they smacked back and then kicked out your units.
The archers are the player of the game for sure.
Oh yeah, the archers are totally the player of the game. They got an insane courage, stayed in the fight. I bane chanted them, and then
we killed a unit.
They killed the Abyssal Horsemen.
Yeah, they did everything.
Gosh, they did great. Them and my palace guard also, but they're palace guard. We know they're gonna do great. But
archers.
That was good. That was good, man. That was so good. And I think this is your kind of like your tournament list in a way, right?
Yeah, it's getting close.
Like your tournament list.
Getting it figured out.
So to do that well against your quote unquote tournament list, I'm happy. I'm happy with that. I gotta say, turn 3 didn't look good. I thought you were gonna.
I should have blown through the archers. The archers holding. Like if you ever see that, like
changed everything
right there.
But that was a super good game. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let us know in the comments. What you guys.
I love the comments.
Yeah,
we love comments. Yeah, I enjoy them.
And like, comment, subscribe if you guys like what we have going on here. Let us know if you guys want us to do certain scenarios. If you guys want us to do certain armies.
Yeah.
Like I always say, I'm sure you guys have heard it 10, 15 times. We've got elves, we've got abyssal dwarves, we've got dwarves, we have undead,
we
have orcs, and then we can always do. You have Ratkin.
Ratkin.
So
we got a bunch of armies.
We've got several different
Yeah.
armies. So please, by all means, let us know what army you would like to see next. Well, that's always fun whenever I play the elves.
I know. I was glad to see him come out. I was like, oh man.
Yeah, the elves.
It's been a while since I played against them.
They did really well.
Yeah.
They did really well. I made some mistakes. There was like 3 rounds of shooting on your dragon that I should have done. I had lightning bolt, had range,
Oh, yeah.
I had all that, and I just completely forgot. And that's what happens when you don't play a list over and over and over
It's
again.
tough to play multiple armies.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We both play. I mean, it's very rare when we play the same army more than once.
Oh, yeah.
Because we like to change it up for you guys. And we like to change it up for each other too. I mean, he doesn't want to see orcs all the time. He doesn't want to see undead all the time. He wants to see different things. So, yeah, the elves did well, man. And
Yeah.
your Abyssal Dwarves, dude. I mean, like I said,
It's
it
a good
came
army.
down to it came down to the last turn, the last.
It's very punchy, but it's glass hammer.
It is very much a glass
They
hammer.
hit the
Very
double
much,
ones
man.
and the army just crumbles, man.
Don't roll double one.
Don't roll double ones. Other than that, it's a good army.
Cool. Well, guys, with that, we're going to wrap it up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys next time.